Your 401k will likely cost you over $300,000 in hidden fees. That's not an exaggeration. This is what Wall Street does not want you to know. Most Americans diligently contribute to a 401k, thinking they're building wealth, and they are, just not their own. They're building wealth for the financial institutions that charge fees most people don't even know exist. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how the 401k system is engineered to trap your money, extract the maximum profit, and leave you with the minimum amount of control. Let's do the math. It's simple, but it's shocking. Imagine you invest $100,000 over 30 years with an average 8% return. Sounds pretty good, right? With zero fees, that $100,000 grows into $1,006,000, a nice retirement. But of course, your 401k doesn't have zero fees. The average plan has fees between 1 and 2% annually. That sounds small, right? Insignificant. But watch what happens. With just a 1% fee, that same $100,000 becomes only $761,000. You just lost $245,000. It vanished into fees. Now let's look at a 2% fee. That $1 million retirement, it shrinks to just $574,000. You have lost $432,000, almost half your retirement savings. Gone, siphoned off year after year by fees you were never clearly shown. And here's the part that feels almost criminal. Most people have no idea this is happening. They see their account balance going up and they assume everything is fine. They don't see the invisible hand reaching into their account, taking 1 or 2% every single year. Over decades, that's hundreds of thousands of dollars extracted from the money you worked your entire life to save. So what are these fees exactly? First, there are expense ratios. Every single fund in your 401k charges one. 0.5% here, 1.2% there. It all adds up. Second, administrative fees. The company managing the plan takes their cut. Third, investment advisory fees, if your plan has advisors. And fourth, transaction fees, charged every time your money moves. The average person has no idea what they're paying because it is never shown as a clear line item on your statement. It just disappears from your returns. But the fees, they're only the beginning of the problem. The real trap is control. Your 401k locks your money away, holding it hostage until you're 59 and a half years old. What if you have a real emergency before then? You need that money? Too bad. You'll pay a 10% penalty plus taxes. What if you see a once-in-a-lifetime investment opportunity? 10% penalty plus taxes. Want to leave your job and start a business with your own capital? You guessed it, 10% penalty plus taxes. You worked for it, you saved it, but you cannot access your own money without the government taking a massive cut. And what about the employer match? They call it free money. It is not free. It's part of your compensation package. They just control when you get it. Most companies have what's called a vesting schedule. This means you have to stay at the job for 3, 4, even 5 years before that free money is actually yours. If you leave early, you lose it. They are using your own money, your own compensation, to trap you at a job. That is not a benefit. That is a control mechanism. Let me tell you about someone we'll call Sarah. She did everything right. For 15 years, she contributed to her 401k, got the employer match, set up automatic contributions. She recently checked her fees for the very first time. They were 1.8% annually. Over those 15 years, she had paid over $40,000 in fees she had no idea existed. That $40,000 could have been invested, compounding, growing. It could have been hers. Instead, it went to fund managers who did little more than place her money into their own high-fee mutual funds. The 401k system was not designed for you to build maximum wealth. It was designed to trap your money in a system where Wall Street can extract fees for decades and the government can control when and how you access it. You've been told it's the smart way to save for retirement. The truth is, it's the smart way for them to profit from your retirement.
But it gets worse. Your 401k does not just trap your money with fees and penalties, it limits what you can actually do with it. Most 401k plans offer 10 to 20 investment options. That is it. You cannot invest in real estate. You cannot invest in individual stocks, usually. You cannot invest in anything outside their pre-selected menu. And guess what those options are? Almost always high-fee mutual funds and target date funds. The funds that make the most money for the fund managers, not for you. And then there's the required minimum distribution. When you turn 73, the government forces you to start withdrawing money from your 401k whether you need it or not, whether the market is up or down, whether it makes sense for your situation or not. Why? Because they want their tax money. Your entire life you save and defer taxes, and at 73 they say, time to pay up, start withdrawing. They tax it as ordinary income, the highest tax rate. You lose control of your own money because the government decided it is time to collect. Now let me tell you about 401k loans. Some plans let you borrow from your 401k. Sounds helpful, right? It is a scam. You're borrowing your own money and paying yourself interest. But here's the trap. If you leave your job, that loan becomes due in 60 days. Can't pay it back? It counts as a distribution. That means a 10% penalty plus taxes on your own money. You get punished for accessing money you saved. So, what do you do instead? Let me show you what the wealthy do, because they know this system is a trap. First, a Roth IRA. You contribute after-tax money, it grows tax-free forever, and you withdraw it tax-free in retirement. No required minimum distributions, no penalties for accessing your contributions. Full control. The limit is $7,000 per year, but that's $7,000 going into an account you actually control. Second, a taxable brokerage account. Complete investment freedom, no penalties ever, no age restrictions. You can invest in anything, individual stocks, real estate investment trusts, index funds, whatever you want. Yes, you pay capital gains tax when you sell, but that rate is lower than ordinary income tax, and you can pass it to your heirs with a step-up in basis, meaning they pay zero tax on the gains. The wealthy max out their Roth IRA first. Then they put everything else in taxable brokerage accounts, real estate, and businesses. They avoid the 401k trap entirely or use it minimally just to get the employer match and nothing more. They understand that control and flexibility are worth more than tax deferral that comes with strings attached. Here's what you should actually do. If your employer offers a match, contribute enough to get the full match because that's an immediate return, but do not contribute more than that. Take the rest of your savings, max your Roth IRA at $7,000 per year. After that, open a taxable brokerage account and invest there. You'll have full control, full flexibility, lower tax rates on gains, and no penalties ever. The 401k system was sold to Americans as the path to retirement security. It's actually a system designed to benefit Wall Street fund managers and give the government control over your money. The fees extract hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. The penalties trap your money until the government says you can have it. The limited options force you into high-fee funds. The required distributions force you to withdraw and pay taxes when they want. This is not a retirement plan. This is a control and extraction system. If this changed how you think about your 401k, subscribe to Sketch Wealth. We expose the hidden systems keeping people broke and show you exactly how to build real wealth. New videos every week. Each one gets you closer to financial freedom. Thanks for watching. Now go take control of your retirement.